Welcome yogis, this video is to help you use props for crow. This is what it looks like. And there are many options for props. I'm going to use 2 under my shoulders and a strap around my arms. It's important to set your strap up for success. So feed the unringed edge through both rings and then back through the single ring. This creates your loop. You want to make sure your loop is not too big. It's about shoulder width distance to start. Here I see it's a little bit long, so I'm going to adjust it a little tighter. It is important if the strap is too tight, it can hurt your shoulders. So loose is always better to start. Make sure your blocks are on your mat, shoulder width distance apart. We'll start in a yogi squat. Take your feet wide, toes out, knees out. Start to hug your knees towards the outside of your triceps and then walk your feet back in. You'll have to lift your hips up, your heels will lift, and then lower your hips back down. Begin to hinge forward. So you're looking forward, shoulders shift forward. To lift your feet up towards your sits bones. Shoulders come to rest on the blocks. Elbows stack above wrists, biceps are parallel. Crane starts out just like crow. The difference is you begin to straighten your arms, so the strap is really helpful here as it keeps your elbows in. It's important to keep your gaze forward and your heels lifting toward your sits bones as much as possible. Using a block underneath your hips in side crow can be really helpful. Place the block on your mat so that you have enough room for your torso to elongate. Come to sit on your block, knees are to one side or the other, arms inside of your legs. And start to hinge forward. Let your shoulders rest on the block and lift your hips up. You can adjust your block to a higher or lower setting to make this more or less difficult. Come to sit on the block again. Plant your hands on the mat. Make sure you have enough room for your shoulders to shift forward and land on the 2 blocks towards the top of your mat. You can then play with lifting your hips up, opening your legs, and different variations. Overall, blocks and straps can be really helpful in crow and different variations of crow. This is what it looks like without any props. From yogi squat, place your hands on your mat. Walk your feet together. Keep your knees outside of your arms. Heels are lifted. Start to look forward, lift your hips, shift your weight forward into your hands. One or both feet may start to lift. You can squeeze your feet together to help this. In crane, your arms extend. If you want to play with baby crow, forearms down to the earth, knees outside of arms, start to shift forward, and maybe feet start to lift off of the mat. My favorite way to start side crow is from chair. Hips sink down. Hands move through prayer center and take that twist. Press into the outside edge of your leg. Both hands come to the mat, parallel to the edge of the mat. I'm twisting left here, so my left leg is being supported by both of my triceps. And then start to shift your weight forward. Feet can start to lift. Maybe they extend. Maybe you play with some fancy variations. Just have fun with it. In the beginning, as you're practicing side crow, it can be helpful, like I said, to have both of your arms supporting your weight. However, as you get more advanced, you won't need both arms. So here I'm twisting to the right. My right leg is supported by my left tricep. I can either have my right hip crease or side body on my right tricep, or I can have the right tricep just outside of my torso. Things to play with. It's helpful to feel the shape in the beginning to use both arms, but as you get more advanced, you won't need extra support.